Hey everybody, Kevin from the Awareness website. Another video for Classroom Classics 3. And before we get into the video itself, I just want to say I'm back from New Brunswick. It was a great weekend. I had a lot of fun. But at the end of the video, I'll talk a little bit more about that. So in the meantime, we're going to go into, and as the Facebook thing said, Stork Spreads Wings. So keeping the shoulders relaxed and keeping the hands on the center as you go through that. And then of course following up with the left brush knee. So it's the first left brush knee and a couple of things involved with that, and opening the arms wide and keeping your feet flat on the ground. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay gang, we're going to get started here. But just to point out, I'm wearing my Club de Madawaska t-shirt that I got from New Brunswick. Very cool shirt, got somebody doing some toyus on here. It's got the Canadian Tai Chi Academy logo in Francais. So it's very cool. Let's get started with the Stork Spreads Wings. We're going to go from the raise hand step up and go into Stork Spreads Wings. So there's two parts to Stork Spreads Wings. From the raise hand step up, both knees are bent, of course, from the last video. Now you're going to turn and what I call hold the ball to the side. So you're angling over this foot. You're going to be at the 45. You're going to step out with the toe turned in, so the feet are parallel. And then you're going to shift across and then relax into the other leg. Now be careful not to push too much with the left arm, because that's going to overturn you and start to twist in the hip and the spine. So make sure you stay equal. So from this hold the ball, you're in the left leg, you're going to shift across, relax into the right leg, and the right hand presses the fingertips down, staying at that same 45-degree angle with the hips and shoulders. When the weight's balanced in the right leg, you're going to place the left toe just like in whip to one side, and then you're going to stand up. So the bottom hand will turn, the palm goes up, the left palm goes down, and you stand up and the arms express. Hands are on the center. Now be careful when you do this that you don't try to overemphasize the hand going up and raise the shoulder. You want to keep the shoulders relaxed, let the arm extend and express with the hands on the center. Go through that one more time. From the raise hand step up, both knees bent, weight's in the back leg, so there's no weight in this front heel, just the heels touching. You're going to turn to the 45, hold the ball to the side, step out with the toe turned in, shift across. Don't turn, shift across, relax the weight down and press the fingertips downward. Place the left toe and then push up. The right hand turns palm up, the left hand presses palm down, and the arms extend as you stand. Hands on the center line. Okay, so practice with that, play around with it. There was a couple of tips in there that I'm sharing with you that I got from the workshop in New Brunswick. Doug Nettleton shared a couple things with me. It was really great. Thanks, Doug. And before we get into the next one, just hold on a second. I've got to do something here. There we go. Just had a slight wardrobe change. Our costume technical person wanted a wardrobe change. Now you see I've got the other t-shirt I got from New Brunswick, which is from St. Catherine's, another Academy t-shirt. And I thought the symbol on this was really cool. And I'll talk a little bit more about this symbol at the end of the video. But let's get back into the moves. We're going to go from Stork Spreads Wings now into the first left brush knee. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I do here. Try and stay within my studio space. So from the Stork Spreads Wing, hands on the center, all the weight's on the back leg. So technically you could tap this toes. Just there for stability, to balance out the hips. When you open up the arms, you're going to turn and drop the right hand down. You drop the elbow, you're going to open up, and you want the arms to extend nice and wide as you relax into the right leg. You're then going to step out and then drop the elbows. So the left hand starts to press down, the right elbow drops, comes through to the front, and then you're pushing from the back leg, squaring to the front, and relaxing into the front leg. Now, as we said in the Facebook, you want to make sure that you don't let that back foot come up. You're expressing from that back leg to come out the arm. So it comes through the body, out the arms, so that back heel has to stay connected throughout the whole thing, because that's, you can see my foot slides because I'm pushing that heel back into the ground. And then the weight relaxes into the front leg so that you can express out. Show you from the other side here, just so you can see what the hands do. Stork spreads wings, shoulders relaxed, hands on the center. Weight is in the right leg, so the weight stays in the right leg. Drop the elbow. The arms start to open as you relax into the right leg. Nice and wide. Extend with the arms. I'm going beyond my studio parameters here, so I'll readjust here and hopefully this works out. I've got a small space, so when I stretch my arms out, I have to be careful not to, you'll see my hand disappear or something silly like that. So, start to relax into the right leg, drop the elbow, open the arm, big circle with the right arm, and the arms extend nice and wide. So make sure your palm up on the back hand, so that allows for when you're coming through and the elbow drops, the elbow can drop and come straight through. If you don't turn it up enough, you can't drop the elbow, and then you end up just sort of swinging the arm through. So when it comes down, elbow drops, comes around, palm up behind you, good extension on the arm to keep that extension, step out, and then drop the elbow, and the left hand starts to press down, comes in front, feet stay flat on the floor as you express out and push till the weight relaxes into the front leg, and then you're done. Then you're ready for the next move. Hope that helps. Got any questions, obviously, give us an email, send us a comment or something, and we'll answer it as best as we can. Wanted to share a couple things about the workshop. Some great people out in New Brunswick. They got a great group of people. We got invited to go out there and participate in the workshop. The Academy was putting on the workshop. Doug Nettleton was leading the workshop, and he goes back even further than I do. He had some great stories about Mr. Moy and some of the people that were around in the early days. A lot of them I knew, a lot of the stories he was telling I either knew of or knew about, but he filled in lots of details, so it was really great. Really helped to expand my perception on my Tai Chi, but also on Mr. Moy and some of his background. So it was really good. The people there were awesome. Like, there's so many people I met, I can't name them all. Jeanette and Joan, they were, or Joanne if you say it in French. They took care of me. They looked after everything. They did a great workshop. They did all the food and the catering and the registrations and the organization of it all. So it went really smoothly and just a wonderful time. It was great fun watching Doug practice his French. So it was awesome. And thanks again, Doug, for helping me with my Tai Chi. And just one of the stories that he shared, and it was really good because he had this t-shirt on, and This symbol was a symbol that Mr. Moy's teacher wrote on a piece of paper and handed it to Mr. Moy and said, "This is the meaning of Tai Chi." And this was what he wrote on the paper. And what it means is uncooked rice. So as Doug shared the story, he said Mr. Moy was pretty sure he didn't mean to eat more because it was uncooked rice and not cooked rice. And as he pondered it and as he looked at the symbol itself, you could see the angles. So the 45-degree angle, the expressions throughout the movements embodied in this symbol of uncooked rice. So it was a really interesting revelation to see that and have Doug share that story. So as you're practicing your Tai Chi, think of uncooked rice. Okay, so that's it for this week's video. Stay tuned for more, of course. We've got the rest of the set to go through, so we'll be putting out the videos every week. And as always, like us on Facebook, check out the website, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take care. See you later.